see who pops up on here. I just wanted to, car's wet, ceramic coated, so what we do is soak it down, wet it up, and then go do a couple pulls on the highway to dry it off. But I just wanted to confront something, man, that I'm seeing right now. This shit's crazy. Like, why am I catching so much hate for the demon video? I'm kind of surprised, honestly. Like, I've been threatened over a YouTube video. Observer Challenger. Okay. So because I don't like a certain Mopar model, I don't deserve a Challenger. It's a little out there, man. It's a little out there. Like, we live in an age now, man, and especially being a Marine, I all too well know the opinions of people, but we live in an age where you're allowed to express yourself. And the fact that there are people threatening me. You guys are full of fucking shit. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, it's a little much. I mean, at the end of the day, who the hell am I? But we gave you facts. We gave out our opinions of it. Now you gotta remember, we haven't raced a demon. Never said we did. But what we did say is we're observing a lot of things where demons are getting their asses handed to them in roll races. Now, given that it's not meant to be a roll racing car, I get that. The fact that people are trying to do it means that's what they were expecting of it. And I mean, excuse me. But the fact that people were expecting it to do that and it's just not. Like, if you give me ammo, I'm gonna fire the weapon. And that's all I'm seeing right now is ammunition all day long from demon owners who are trying to, I mean, they're getting beat by 540 horsepower cars on roll races. It's not made for that. Now, that's not me. I'm not trying to speak on behalf of, like, demon owners. You got a demon, hey man, more power to you. Honestly, cool. I'm not disrespecting the car. Would I buy one? No, absolutely not. I also wouldn't buy a Scat Pack. I also wouldn't buy an SRT. If I was to do anything in Mopar right now besides what I'm doing, I'd be going after a Trackhawk. Why? The thing is fucking sick. But back to the original point, like, for people to be threatening me over a YouTube video. I had a guy, I'm not gonna put names out there, I've got more class than that, but I had a guy, I'll see you at a car meet. Really? You gonna fight me? You gonna fight me over a YouTube video about a car you don't even own? Okay. Understand that I'm a 5'10", 270 pound dude. Okay? 5'10", 270 pound dude with training. If you want to go down that road, like, I'm not looking for a fight, but I'm not gonna walk away from one either. And I'm not on here trying to stir up YouTube drama. But I'm not gonna take being threatened sitting down. That's just never gonna happen. There are huge plans in store for the V6, but one major announcement I wanted to make, and hopefully he sees this. We're trying to set up a race with Demonology tomorrow. Now, is the V6 doing that race? Hell no, I'm not stupid. But we are trying to set up a race for Demonology tomorrow with my buddy Bob's Roush Stage 3 Phase 2 Illuminator. It's a monster fucking car. Now, he races the dog shit out of it, and if anybody's ever watched any of my previous videos, sorry for how bumpy it is, Dallas roads. But if anybody has watched the previous videos, he's broken it before. It's got a little more power than the components on the thing can handle. And that's what we're trying to see. So, I mean, I talked to Demonology. Sorry, I was trying to read the comments. I talked to Demonology on his own video the other day, and he said he was racing. Contacted him through Instagram. Haven't gotten a response, video and comments. Trying to find out which track it'll be at. For those of you who don't live in the Dallas Metroplex area, we have quite a few tracks. I mean, we have Extreme, Ennis. There used to be Redline. We have North Star. I mean, it goes on and on and on. If you want to race, this is the place to do it. But we haven't been able to get a response back. So I'm trying to make that happen. No guarantees there, so don't mark that as gospel. But if we can make that happen, expect that video. I mean, his thing is he's out snatching souls, so we want to see it. But I mean, honestly, I want to know what's your guys' thoughts as far as, I mean, yeah, the last video, did we come about it nicely? I felt like we were nice. Did we come about it factually? Yes. I mean, look at it this way. You can buy a C6 Corvette. And yes, Apple Orange is a different car, I get it. But you can buy a C6 Corvette. You can go to Fast Intentions or Faster Problems or Texas Speed and build a car that will murk a Demon for less than what the Demon cost. I mean, now there is a prestige value to it. I get that. Okay, there's 3,000 of them. I own one of them. Okay, well, let's be serious. Right now, there's 2,999 because someone already crashed them. It is what it is. But the prestige factor's there, and the biggest thing that stuck out for me, like, I'm building a V6. Okay, the biggest thing that stuck out for me is the fact that it just, besides fender flares on the hood, well, it looks different. For that kind of money, and by the way, my car's dry off of that little highway driving, but for that kind of money, I feel like it should be more special than it is. That was my biggest gripe. Now, am I going to take away the fact that it's got a trans brake? Am I going to take away the fact that it has 840 horsepower on 100 octane? Hell no, I'm not going to take that away from it. Those are, and like we said, that's underrated for what Dodge said it was going to be. But at the end of the day, our opinions and thoughts were, would we in fact buy one? No. And I'm sorry that offended some of you. My intention wasn't to be that brash about it, apparently. I mean, I'm a brash person. I don't really care about opinions, obviously. But threatening, and it's just ridiculous. Let's go through some of these comments. Yeah, D-Dot, I have no doubt, man. I mean, how much hate do me and you by ourselves catch? Guard of Zion, yeah, we laughed too, but when it got to the point where I started catching DMs on Instagram and threats, it was like really? All right, I mean, it is what it is. Okay, I have no clue how to say your name, but you said the Demon isn't overrated. It's a fast car with 850 horsepower. Wrong. Not sure what's overrated about it. Okay, it is a fast drag car. Okay? Unless you live near a track, you're not roll racing it. Hell no. Thing's in its ass handed to it by everybody. Period. C63s, Corvettes, Camaros, like, just don't. Yes, Ilnova Gaming. I have heard about this new Hellcat drag pack, and that's another thing I kind of want to address. Like, what is Dodge doing? Like, they are all about, like, pissing off their customer base. You have this exclusive vehicle, okay? You have this vehicle that there's only going to be this many, and it's going to be sold at this, and it's so exclusive that we're going to lock down the pricing at dealerships. All right, that's cool. But in 2019, you're going to roll out a model that has, from what's being reported by Allpar, not me, but you're rolling out a vehicle that has 70% of the Demon parts on it, minus the fenders, including the hood, including the air chiller. I mean, you can buy all the aftermarket parts to take stuff out of here. By the way, I have Demon parts on the way for the V6. But, yeah, I mean, I've heard about that, and they're saying pricing is going to be around 80 grand, so Like, I don't know. I don't understand that. The Demon's priced less than a Ferrari. In reality, you can buy a $10,000 car and put $90,000 into it and it'd be faster. Duh. Let me continue. Haters gonna hate, just give them something to hate on. Oh, you know me, brother. You know, I already do. Like, I have way too much fun in this thing. Also, it wasn't for Laws Dodge. Bro, no offense, man, but you're I don't think you know what you're talking about. I don't think anyone road races in the streets. It's always a straight line from what I've seen. Okay, I'm going to speak directly to you, okay? Because obviously I'm not making myself clear. The Demon is a production drag car, okay? What that means is it utilizes an air chiller, it utilizes a trans brake, utilizes from the factory drag radials, okay? It's great from a dig, okay? You gotta remember it's still an 8-speed automatic, okay? And unless they're running race fuel, they're limited on horsepower as well. And they also have to change out the PCN to be able to use that octane. From a dig, I'll never take that away from it. It's fast as hell, okay? Roll racing, it's too heavy. It's not able to utilize its acceleration. So I don't know how to say your name, but no offense, bud, you obviously don't race because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate everybody trying to dig into it. I'm just going to be on here for a couple more minutes. So if you got anything else to say, by all means, but Jock Itch. Your name is Jock Itch. What the fuck? That tells me everything I need to know. But yeah. So everybody's kind of interested in the V6 and what's coming up next. Did you roll race? Let me just, I know everybody can see the comments, but let me read them out loud. Roll racing is what slow cars do to compete. You know there's roll racing at Texas 2K. There's roll racing at Texas Streetcar Takeover. UGR, Underground Racing, I believe holds a world record for roll racing. AMP does roll racing. Half miles are roll racing. You don't know what you're talking about, bud. So I would love to continue the conversation with you, but I can teach you, but I can't understand it for you. So a couple of people have asked questions about what I have planned for the V6. There are a lot of big things in motion, and the reason why stuff like that hasn't happened is there any way I can DM you on something? I want to ask you something about the V6 Supercharger. Yes, it's the same logo, the same name on Instagram. Shoot me a DM anytime. I answer everybody. I'm an open book. If you have questions, hey, if you need help, got you. If you need to get in touch with Rip, I got you. Not a problem. None of my stuff's hidden. The reason why there hasn't been that many mods coming up on the V6 lately is because the stuff that's coming up now is way more expensive. I have a transmission on the way. I have, we're looking at different drive shafts. I'm changing the rear gearing we're playing with right now to see what we can do. It's going from 195 millimeter half shafts to anywhere between 215 and 235s used on the 6.4 or the Hellcat, depending. We got to switch out the hubs. And then right now, me and my buddy Eric are breaking down. We're going to be breaking down a Pentastar, so we can actually study the motor. So we can actually kind of learn what we can and can't do on the motor. And with that, our plan right there is you don't know this. Everybody can just read his comment. I ain't got time for it. God, it messed up my train of thought. Jesus. Yeah, but we're planning on taking a motor apart and actually kind of studying it and seeing what we can figure out, because there's a couple of things on here that a lot of people don't realize about the V6 and why it's such an efficient motor. It was actually developed by Ferrari. Ferrari and Maserati. The same motor is used in a couple of different Maseratis. But you have the port velocity heads that are cast directly to the heads. The headers that are cast directly. We're trying to figure out a way to break those to be able to actually create headers for the car. The reason why is more condensed air, backs up boost, back pressure will actually get more power out of the motor. We got to change out a couple of things within the heads. We're trying to do port and polishing, pistons, rod bolts, cylinder guards, head studs, and I'm trying to find a custom crank right now. I'm also talking to a couple of guys about grinding me out a couple of custom cams. I mean, we'll see if we can make that work, but once again, it's not something that's been done yet. And while I would love to be the cutting edge on all this stuff, I still have to drive the car every day. But forge bottom end is what we're looking at, and then probably gonna have to contact Grip and talk about how we can increase boost, because right now I'm running, depending on temperature outside, ambient temperature, I'm running between 11 and 13 pounds. We would like to see 20 pounds out of it. The HP 70 transmission, for those of you who don't know, from the Scat Pack, RTs, and yeah, they're the only ones that have it, can handle 700 foot-pounds of torque. What was in the car was an HP 450, and yeah, I'm teetering on that. I'm waiting on the transmission to break at this point. But yeah, I just found your channel today, and you're making me want supercharge an SXT. Do it, man. Do it. If you have questions, hit me up. I will help as much as I can, man. I would absolutely love to. I mean, there's a couple of different guys. I mean, D. Ford. I mean, I honestly feel like between me and David, we're kind of the ambassadors for this side of the world right now, and I'm cool with it. I mean, I can only imagine the amount of DMs he gets, because not even exaggerating, I probably talk to 5 different people a day asking me about what did you do, what kind of times are you expecting, and I'll reveal this for David. I don't have time to make a video on it, brother, plus it's getting warmer, so boost temperatures are different, but he put up a video, I think 2 weeks ago, talking about 0 to 60 times he has in his so, and remember, he's got a charge, it's a little heavier, he's got a bags. His is more of the show car route. Sexy. So while we're on video, let me pull it up. So my best 0 to 60 time. Okay, now I do have a performance data recorder that has had me at faster. I don't know if y'all saw that, but it's 4 seconds. But I have a PDR that has said that I've gone faster. Is what it is. I mean, those are also GPS calibrated. So what else? What else can I give? 0 to 100 right now is at a 9.1. Not the fastest in the world, but how many times do I actually need to hit 100? 1/8 mile is at this says a 7.7. Where can I find a mod shop for like performance parts? I got a Dodge pickup. I want to go faster. Honestly, if you're running a Hemi, I would look at High Horse Performance. Great guys. They answered all my questions. They got products to me instantly. Anyway, back to it. 1/8 mile says 7.8. 1/4 mile right now says a 12.2. But that was also, the last time I did that was on 20-inch street tires. So it's time to go do that again. So you might get another time for that tomorrow. Let's see. Anything else I want to push out here? Top speed. I'm planning on making a video about that later, but it's well over 150. Not something the V6 was meant to do, because I believe from the factory it was limited to like 124 or something like that, which is all taken out once you do the different PCM. But yeah, guys, that's what's going on in my life. I mean, the video this week, have a couple of different things we can focus on. Also, keep an eye out for my buddy Case from the Dutch Texan. He actually did a full review on my car, so that'll be coming out hopefully here soon. That's gonna be an interesting video. This little car shocked him. But that's all from me today, guys. Continue leaving comments. I'm gonna go ahead and post this so people can watch it. Stay savage.